Yo, Pin Rider, what is up? I don't know how to pronounce your name there. Sutekamon. Welcome. Hope y'all are having a fine evening so far. Hey, Charles, the clicker, what is up? You clicked on the video, the clicker, thank you. Appreciate that. Alright, so here we are chilling in Mournoth, the capital. Oh, dude! What the? Come on now. What is. Hold on. What just happened? Okay. We just got jumped by a tiger, a saber-tooth, in the middle of town. Come on. I guess we can try to level up our blunt weapon some. Yeah, so we're chilling in Mournoth, the city of tigers, and nobody seems to mind about the tigers. That's just our problem. We got a couple of good bops in. Are we about to win a melee fight here? I'm not getting my hopes up, but is our edgy cat girl strong enough to take down the edgy cat? Come on. Okay, getting kind of close. Okay, we're not gonna risk it. We're getting too close. Let's hit him with a fire slap. Okay. Here's some food to take with us to the dungeon. Yeah, okay. I don't know what that was about. Like, how did that cat even spawn here? Yeah, so that happened. What's up, Spartan? So whenever we left off, we finally got initiated into the Dark Brotherhood after a very bloody initiation ritual involving flying horses and teleportation. Alright, so we got sent to a dungeon where we could bob and weave away from our enemies with, you know, ideally with impunity, but we wanted to join the Dark Brotherhood whenever we were a much lower level. And now the enemies are all the humanoids are scaled to, what are we, level 10? They're kind of good at resisting our magic. What is up, Freakinoid and Orthodox Andy? Yeah, so all the humanoids are resisting our magic. We got chased out of the dungeon by a really strong mage who just clapped us a little bit and got us really close to death. We're going to approach it with a different strategy today, one that's a bit more risky but should be more fun. Do we have anything to do before heading out? Not really. Our horse is over there, so I'm not going to do any overland travel. Oh, that's right. I was going to go in here, maybe cook this meat. I think I can... no, I can't cook there. What if I do... Can I do a campfire in town? No, okay. Well, the meat's probably going to go by the time we get there, so that is what it is. Yeah. Tavern music jump scare. Alright, yeah, my bad. Alright, so... Lone quest is still up. So about the quest log, I did some stuff off camera, and there was like a radiant quest that we failed. It put a dungeon on our map, I think, but we did not go to it at all because we're just focusing on the Dark Brotherhood quest, and so we failed that one. That's because I had to travel from... We were in Antelajar whenever we used our recall spell, and I had to come over here to Mournoth to have access to a mage's guild. So that's what we're doing here. I don't know about the loans. I'll have to check on that. I couldn't remember if we planned on paying back any loans or if we took new loans. We only have 82 gold to our name, at least in cash, so that's pretty funny. So with the help of Red Rory of the Glen, we figured out that the dialogue bug that we were experiencing before was caused by an outdated version of advanced dialogue. So that should no longer be an issue, and ideally we won't experience crashes caused by it. We made a few new spells, specifically, let's go look at our spell book. So one of the things that I'm really scared of in Daggerfall are vampires' sleep spells. Basically, a sleep spell can kill you, and it's why I usually have an anchor set in town. The sleep spell will just hit your fatigue constantly until you're out of fatigue, and if you're in the wilderness or in a dungeon, you'll get a pop-up that says you're easy prey for roaming monsters, and now you're dead. And so that's why I'm paranoid about leaving an anchor in town and always having a place to warp back to a settlement. So I did not know that Dispel was an effect that you could cast on yourself in this game. Like, I knew about Banish Daedra and Banish Undead, but I'd never thought of creating a Dispel spell for myself. So I created this really strong Dispel one. It costs like 51 magic points, spell points, so that's not great. But it has a 75% chance to cure me if we get hit by something like that. So it's not foolproof, but it's pretty good. I also just made some more destruction magic. All these white fire spells, they do magic damage. But I'm kind of visualizing the magic damage as it's like white hot fire. So we basically just added their variations of the destruction spells we already have, but we made continuous damage versions of each one. So ideally, this means that our enemies who are really good at succeeding against our saving throws right now, they now have more saving throws to pass. It's continuous damage also, which means I should be able to just like bop an enemy and then run away for a bit before getting back into the melee. So without further ado, yeah, I thought about Blackfire. It'd be kind of fitting for our character too. But Whitefire, I don't want to like lean on realism much, but Whitefire is something that like exists, right? Whereas I don't think that Blackfire exists. So, hey, what's up, Half Piece? Yeah, Spartan, that's a good question about affecting recall. The way I understand Dispel is that whenever you use it, let's go ahead and cast it right now, actually. Like, do this. Let's see, we cast Hop and we cast Climbing. So the way I understand it is it'll pull up a menu and you can choose which Dispel effect to break. So it would not break recall like that. It's a good question, good thing to look out for. Speaking of recall, let's go ahead and set the anchor, even though I don't think we'll need it. And let's get to that dungeon. We're just going to go cautiously travel over the land. We get Climbing, Alteration, Blunt Weapon, Critical Strike. A brief movement catches the eye in the distance. Okay, let's see. There's the door. Usually there's like a party here to ambush me, so I'm trying to find who that might be. Whoa. Oh, okay, it's a wolf. Do I care about that? Also, do I use... Okay, moldy raw meat. Yeah, we don't need that. Okay, our horse was still here waiting for us. Let's do a little bit of a shield and then get some more blunt weapon practice in on here. Get us some food for the journey as well, or for the dungeon, I should say. Hey, thank you for the $2, Goozy. Appreciate it. What if recall is the only one active and casting a spell? Yeah, it's a good question, Pinrider. I really don't know, but I don't think I would be like trying to cast Dispel in that situation, you know what I mean? I think Dispel is going to be for like whenever I really need to not die from a sleep spell specifically. So that's one of the contingencies that I've accounted for. Like normally I have an anchor in town so that we can run away from enemies basically for the sleep spell. Or if we get poisoned or diseased, then we have a safe way back to town. But I checked my potions. We're all stocked up on those. What I'm getting at here is we're going to use recall in the dungeon. And we're going to have like our campsite set up in a little corner. We're going to cast recall next to it. We might clear out the area there. And then we're going to use our true invisibility spell along with our new destruction magic to try to like sneak our way to the quest target and blast him. And then if we ever get into too hairy of a situation, we recall back to our rest area and rinse and repeat. So that's the plan. We'll see if it works. Let's get... What's a good zap? Of course. Zapparoonie. Hey, come on. What's the deal here? That's not good. Why is it exploding in front of me? This happened before one time, but I don't know why. Alright, let's just hit shield. And, you know, I saw another wolf over here. Let's get a combust ready. Hey guys. Oh, thanks for pointing that out. Hold up. Yeah, thank you for pointing out the audio. Whoever that was, Freakonoid. Yeah, appreciate that. I was was doing some stuff to craft some YouTube shorts, which caused my audio levels to be a little bit different from usual. So thank you for reminding me to check on that. I'm cooking the wolves right here, right now. Yeah, the Oblivion Dispel, where it hits all of your active effects, it's like really strong. I mean, I don't know if that's the right word for it. I guess it is really strong, because it can get rid of multiple debuffs at once. My favorite thing in Oblivion with the Dispel is like to make a touch-based Dispel magic, and then you can like go up to a summoner and dispel their summon. That's such a cool way to like gank the mage. I love it. I'm kind of worried about going in here, but I want to rest inside the dungeon instead of outside if we can. Hey, half piece. I hope your time at the gym is going well. I also like watching content while I'm working out. I'm trying to find what a reasonably safe spot for us to set up camp would look like. My little nook. Know what I mean? We fought enemies here previously. I could just camp out right by the front door, but you know me. I want to find a little corridor. You know, I want to get my rest on. There are enemies nearby. Scary. Alright, what about here? I don't know about this. A little bit closer to the end. Man, camping right by the entrance just feels weird. Like I feel vulnerable, even though there's not really any signs of life around here. Oh, this could be cool. No, I'm just too low on magic. I'm being stupid. My preferences aside, we will go ahead and set up the camp. We're going to cook. Yeah, the side nooks in Arena are awesome. It made a lot of sense. I'm pretty sure that's where I'm getting this mentality of like resting in a safe area from. Because it's like the monsters would pick up on your scent or any like stray noises that you're making. Yo, jumping, stealth, dodging, running, destruction, blunt weapon, critical strike. What a level up. Okay, well here's our safe spot. Set our anchor. And we test out our strategy. Hey, what's up, Fonzarelli? Yeah, honestly, nerds like us do need to keep in shape. We're going to be totally sedentary, and our bodies are going to war against us if we don't give it a little bit of resistance. I love this little section of the game where you're climbing or levitating to scope out the different corridors nearby. Let's just start here. The hard part about... Okay, so we just looped around. The hard part about this sort of thing is about the Dark Brotherhood quests. Like, I want to find just our target and blast just our target, right? But we don't really have a very good way to... hold on. Invisibility. I don't think this will tell us the person's name. Apparently I tried pacifying him. That was not my intention. I just wanted to check to see if I could get a person's name by interacting on them. Let's see how our spells are doing. We got white combustion, white fire blast. I should have made a white fire slap as well. Let's do white fire. Let's touch. Yeah. Do. Okay. It's doing continuous damage. Hiya. Hiya. Archers are kind of annoyingly dangerous enemies because they can poison you. Oh, I need to put up shield, don't I? Continuous damage is still online for him. Yeah, so maybe I should reread the quest description, but I don't know how to figure out, like, who exactly am I trying to kill here, you know? Let's hit him with the zap, maybe? Save versus spell made. Okay. Well, that was not the quest target, but we did test out our spells, so that's pretty cool. Got some rations out of the deal. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's like a cliff face, you know, about these steep slopes. But it's not something that would be man-made, right? It's like, I don't... Which is kind of incongruous with the rest of the dungeon, which appears at least partially man-made. But I was picturing them to be like the dungeon being built into a cliff face or something like that. I've definitely, yeah, it is really cool if you're better at melee to just like kick somebody off of this. I've done that with like characters like Bogard plenty of times. I was actually trying to fish for something like that, but we are not that good at melee, so we couldn't connect, so we could not knock back. I've also like died before because I'm like sprinting and I lose like friction. I don't touch the ground. I just go there and splat. Oh, not this guy again. Oh, I saved versus spell. Okay, I prepared for this. We have shield, and we have a weak resist to magic, and now we have continuous damage, fire. Whoa. Dude, mage battle. What's up? Alright, let's get another fire blast. Hey, what's up, Justinus? Oh, I've been talking... I think I've been answering your post without realizing that I had not greeted you. Alright, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to it. I'm gonna go ahead and get... I thought I had one selected. Alright, that was cool. Mage battle. Recipe for potion of healing. That could be helpful to hold on to if we end up like advancing far enough in the Dark Brotherhood for that to be relevant. Or the Mages Guild. Either of those could help us. Yeah, he did have the high ground. I was a little bit worried with that fight because that sort of character is who got us to very low health a moment ago. So that's a healing spot potentially, but that we have a lot of potential heal. Oh! Gosh. So here's what we're going to do with them. Let's go invisibility. And actually, let's take a look here before I dive in. 121. Recall is like 30. Recall is 22. And combustion's 20. Okay. Hiya. 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 And then hopefully they're just dead. Okay. Hold on. Something interrupted our... Okay, it's an archer. Not too bad. Alright. Focus, Micah. Let's get the fire slap. No, we want to get white fire. Huh? Can stack a couple of these. And then maybe move in with the blunt weapon level ups. Let's get the shield spell up. Wow. This guy's really strong. This is just one of my low level spells, and so let's just run around some and let him let the continuous damage do its thing. I think we can loop around pretty seamlessly. Nope. Oh, what's wrong, buddy? Can't jump? What's wrong, AI? Can't jump? How is AI supposed to take over the world whenever they can't even jump, you know? So how do I get past him, though? I was thinking of recall, but we're going to be out of spell points. Let's do it. All right, he died. Did you hear that? Oh, sick, dude. Okay, I got to be sure to cast recall again. you clanker. All right, let's hit the recall again. Anchor. Yeah, the staff did next to nothing, but that was cool how he like warped away and he bit the dust. I wonder if we'd be able to crack this code here. Let's go open, knock. Okay, what if we try again? Yo, this is a pretty good, I mean, it's a fine loot pile. I think pretty good might be overreacting. I don't think I want more rations. We have 4. Okay, I can't say clanker, like hard R is not okay, right? Clanka. Okay. Let's keep it rolling. Now, where was I whenever... Yeah, okay, this is familiar. So let's go just throw on invisibility. Yep. And this, what you're seeing here is finally how this character was meant to be played. You know, like the whole bobbing and weaving out of enemies, recalling back to a safe spot, or dodging patrols. Oh, look, one of them did die. That's cool. All right, let's fix the other one too. Hiya! All right, dude. That's sweet. Ooh, silver topaz ring. Luggy schmuggy, what's up? We don't own a wagon, Sag. Recipe for potion, sure. Daedra heart, sure. Formal Aeoderic. Note to self, do not equip this one because despite the no nudity mod, it will have my nipples out, so I can't wear that Aeoderic. I think I bought a different Aeoderic earlier, but I ditched it because it didn't seem right for my character. Too shiny. Alright, so this is pretty sweet. We have a backup, like a bunch of fires where we can rest if we want. Little loot pile behind the dungeon is... oh, yo, map. Guys, we got a map. We did it. I love map. Citadel of Lerchen. Alright. We really out here getting the... The Citadel of Lerchen. Chef's kiss. Best piece of loot you can find in the game. Love it. So how do I want to get over there? Let's put on... this is a dumb use of my mana, but it's just so much fun to have climbing and hop active at the same time. Woo! Okay, yeah, that was really dumb. Let me just heal up. Okay. Hey, Super Effector, I'm glad you could make it. What is up, Ian? Okay, yeah, let's look at our quest log. It's a rogue assassin. I don't know what an assassin looks like. Maybe it looks like an archer, or maybe it looks like a burglar. Or maybe it looks like a nightblade. Uh-oh. Oh, gosh, jump scared. Okay, shield. Resist magic, or... I don't have resist frost. Okay. Now we get white fire. I can't tell if that's hitting him. Okay, hold on. Let's just rethink our strategy here. Yeah, that's what I love about this strategy. Now that I have contingencies for the sleep spell hitting me and poison, disease hitting me, we can get into emergency situations, be a bit more reckless without just bailing completely, you know what I mean? Bailing completely is failing completely. I don't want to turn tailing completely. And, yeah, not going to set sailing completely. Anybody got any other, like, ailings in there? I don't know. I'm out. Is he... Do you think we could see him, like, if we had binoculars or something? Let's just go ahead and... levitate. Oh, he does see me. That's awesome. I was gonna go levitate invisibility, but this is too cool. We're gonna do zap just in case like my accuracy is not gonna be very good right here. Oh, we got him. We got him. We're getting some books. Oh, hey, hey, hey. Who's shooting at me? We should wait for this levitation to wear. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Whew, that was pretty tense. Let's put up invisibility and just do some scouting. You know what I mean? I think this is a little bedroom. Oh, hello. Should we hit her? I don't think so. Unless... Okay, let's cast it again. Let's see if it's an assassin. A spell sword. Okay. I think we're looking for like what would literally be called an assassin in the game. Acrobat? Yo, you have my respect, Acrobat. I love you, big dog. Never change, Acrobat. Alright, here's our... Oh, I thought that was a like hidden door switch there. Let's go ahead and make sure that we're using our chalk, by the way. Chalk is muy importante for what we're trying to do here. Look for an Italian man with a big white hooded robe. All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, Sombra versus Ezio. Who you got? Spell sword. We pacified the spell sword. Not my intention, but I'll take it. That's actually kind of immersion breaking. The fact that I'm going up and like I'm invisible and I'm just checking on somebody, but I pacify them. But it's whatever. Maybe I'm bewitching them, you know? This could be a good rest spot also. Let's go ahead and use a piece of chalk. That's what it's there for. This looks like a... Yeah, this is not our dude. It's a spell sword. Lunar, welcome back. Yeah, so... Lunar, you might see some different strategies happening this time because I'm setting our anchor in the dungeon, and whenever we get into a bad situation, we will warp back to the anchor. It's been pretty fun so far. I'm also just invisibly going from room to room like we did whenever the character was fresh, because I realized I had not been really very true to my vision for the character in the last couple of streams or dungeons where I was just killing everything. We want to be more surgical than that. We want to use illusion more than that. Oh! Hold on. Whoa, dude. Hold on. No, hold on. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize that he could see me. Dude. What happened there? How did he see me? You can change the settings for only attempt pacification if you're in dialogue mode. Thank you, Justin. I'm going to make a note of that. Yeah, Penwick. Change to pacify only in dialogue. That might not be in Penwick. It might be in like LSO or LSO or something like that. But thank you for pointing that out. That's something I'll want to set up. Okay, for my next near-death experience, we got a level up. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to skip the meme number and go straight to 70 on that luck. All right, it's daytime. How much time do we have left? We got 3 days of being in this dungeon to figure this out. Let's drop a quick save because we've had a couple crashes recently, and we're just going to run it back. Go the same way that we've been going. Do we need to go the same way we've been going? I think it would make more sense to put a little less distance between us and the rest location, so let's just go this way. Hup. Yeah, we're down to just 2 lives left. Our cat's running out of steam. Okay. Now's the time to throw on... Maybe it's because we had invisibility and not true invisibility on. Like, I don't know. We get decent loot. Yo, guys. One map at a time, please. This is awesome. Dungeons. Ruins of Forch Manor. I was actually thinking of hitting some bookstores just to look for maps, but we're getting a good supply here. Guys, I truly don't get the 6-7 meme, and I'm not asking you to explain it. I'm just letting you know that I'm this far out of the loop. Oh, wow. Wow, look at this. Should we use our continuous damage combustion spell? White fire blast. Okay. We're such a little weasel. That's cool. Okay, let's go back to it. That was fun. I'm gonna be so paranoid about if I actually set my anchor or not. I think I did. Let's see. Let's cast True Invisibility. That was a really cool room. Let's go see if the continuous damage knocked them out. Dude, this is so cool. I just went and took a nap and came back and they're all dead. Alright. Let's hit with the white fire. Hiya. Okay, now let's just put our shields up. Resist magic and shield and get in there with some physical attacks, you know what I mean? Okay. One hit will just completely get me so close to death. It's so scary. Oh yeah, I love the 24-bit in SpongeBob. So 6-7 is related to like that kind of humor. It's not like a sexual thing. I always imagine whenever there's like some young hip new meme that I'm like gonna be grossed out by it. Let's see. True invisibility. Let's see if we finished our last person here. Okay. And with all these bodies, look at this guy. This looks like a sacrifice. Last episode we had the satanic pigs. Now we have the satanic like guy that fell down a hole, maybe? I think he was just one of our targets actually, but it looks like he fell down that hole. Recipe for restore power. That's cool. What's needed for restore power? Werewolf's blood. Saint's hair. Nectar. Silver. Yo, I don't think I can use saint's hair in good conscience. I guess it does grow back. Okay. I mean, saint's hair is used to, like... Technically, every saint has their hair collected, like, at chrismation or baptism, so it's, Still, that's such a weird alchemical ingredient to list. Hold on, what was it? Because that's something I'll be interested in hoarding. Werewolf's blood, saint's hair, nectar, silver. That's really expensive for such a weak effect. Potion of teleport, I'll take it. Apple, yeah, sign me up. Yeah, we are mostly trying to summon a Daedra here. Vermina specifically. Although I have to pay attention, we should look at what year Vermina's feast day is celebrated, or however you would call it in this setting. To kind of have a goal for how much of our reputation to build up in the actually, I think Mages Guild and Dark Brotherhood can summon Daedra. I could be wrong about the Dark Brotherhood there. Let's go ahead and knock. Okay, well, this is kind of a wasted spell points, but let's go ahead and get in there. This is fun. This is a good dungeon. Now that I've readjusted my strategy such that we don't have to retreat every time, like, this has been pretty cool. Alright, ah, dang it, I didn't mean to use that. How much time do we have left? 2 days. Do I have a potion of seeking? I do. We might burn our potion of seeking here. Okay, so Dark Brotherhood does not do summoning. That's good to know, because it seems like the Dark Brotherhood and Mages Guild have a lot of overlapping services, so it feels kind of underwhelming. Like, they both have potion making, and, like, I think you can buy potions in both. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's do... You know, in the last stream, somebody asked me, like, since you've played this game so much, is there anything that's new to you? And I'm like, I didn't answer it correctly, because now that I think about it, there's just so much of this game that I have not experienced, like with guild progression and things like that, because I'm dying all the time, you know? So I have never summoned a Daedra. I've never gotten a Daedric artifact, except for the ones that you get for, like, completing the main quest and stuff like that. So yeah, I didn't answer that question very well in hindsight. I'm not sure about the Night Mother being a lesser Daedra. I don't really know how she works. Like, who is Sithis again, and who is the Night Mother, and how are they Aedra or Daedra? Let's get Lunar on the track, or some other lore buff. All right, can y'all remind me about what, like, are Sithis and the Night Mother Daedra? Are they something else entirely? Is Sithis just the serpent LARPing as a Daedra? Let's see. I think we're safe to not throw on. Yeah, let's put our chalk here. Oop. And I'm just going to continue lighting stuff here. Kind of apropos, but I do want to be able to see some in the game. I'm scared, so I'm going to put on shield. Oh! This is a warrior. That's probably not our target, so let's just go over here. Sithis is an emanation of Padme. Oh! Bad time to be reading, Micah. Okay. Let's hit true invisibility. Yeah. This is a good time for true invisibility, and now we can climb. Come on. Climb, you son of a gun. And let's throw on true invisibility again. Night Mother and Daggerfall is just the Dark Brotherhood's mob boss. That's pretty sick, though. I thought Sithis with a Daedra, but I'm not sure about the Night Mother. So is the Night Mother like... Sithis is an emanation of Padme, higher up the chain of being than Daedra. That's cool. That test is dualistic. Okay, yeah, I remember that flowchart from the other day. So is the Night Mother an entity or a person? I feel like this has been kind of addressed in Oblivion and Skyrim, but I don't remember. Okay. Putting on true invisibility again. Hostile. Hostile spell sword. Man, lots of spell swords. Yo, this is cool. Oh. Excuse me. Okay, I can't fit. That one's locked. Okay, this is a rest area. If we're able to... Oh, it's a mithril claymore. That's not that valuable. If it were adamantium, I'd find space in my inventory for it. Okay, spell sword. So I have 2 spell swords to contend with if I want to rest in this area. And I think we should do that. Let's go back one more time. I didn't even see this one. Warrior. Okay. I don't think I have the spell points to fight this crew, actually. Let's knock. Let's open. I wonder if it lets me rest while here. You see a burning brazier. Yeah, yeah. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, let's just recall. Finding too many enemies there. Okay, much needed break. Padme said this Daedra, Lorcan, if I understand correctly, something like that. So the Night Mother inhabits idols. She seems pretty laid back in Oblivion, but giving evil mother-in-law vibes in Skyrim. So the Night Mother being kept alive like the God King in 40k. The Night Mother is so different from game to game. Maybe that's intentional. The Night Mother being inconsistent from game to game. Like that's a legitimate way to write this sort of thing, you know? Especially with a cult so dark and mysterious as the Dark Brotherhood. Hello. Oh, I forgot about the battle mage that we had been dodging. Oh yeah, Potion of Seeking. We don't have much time left, so... East and higher, he says. East, higher. Okay. East is behind us, and higher up is like... Okay. True invisibility. Let's sneak past this guy. East higher again. Let's go ahead and scribble that on our map. East higher. Because we could go higher up in this dungeon block. Yeah, this part over here we have not explored yet. So let's go ahead and do that. Levitate. It's T for thaumaturgy. Weak levitate. East and lower, you say? Alright, well. Playing hot cold. So it's between these 2 points of height. Came here earlier, right? Oh, interesting. Southeast. We're on the right level. Southeast. The southeast is this way. Okay, I think we might be getting closer. We're still levitating, but we're not invisible. So let's wait for levitation to run out, and let's cast True Invisibility. Yeah, how many hours? Yeah, we don't have that much time. But, you know, if we fail the quest, like, that's bad for our reputation, but, it's like, Northwest. We have really good rewards in the form of other dungeons and, like, loot and stuff like that. Northwest from here's... this is hard. Because it's like, could be way over here, in theory. Oh yeah, hold on. Invisible compass, southeast higher. Hold on now. This is southeast and higher. This says northwest and higher. So if this is northwest, and this is pointing me southeast, southeast and higher, northwest, that means our target is like right in this dungeon block with us. Southeast and higher. Like maybe in this room? But this didn't say that it was higher. Stressful, man. Maybe it's not actually an assassin model after all. Oh man, they're onto my trail here. That's pretty cool. South. Southeast and higher, so hold on. Sorry for how wonky this part is, but I gotta get this right. We're low on time. Southeast is this way. So south. Man, I feel like I'm in the wrong dungeon block here, but the least I can do is go to this room, which is going... How do I get to that room even? This said southeast, and this said northwest. Yeah, I think that checks out, right? Hold on, southeast of here. Guys, this is hard. So Sithis is the soul of Padme beyond the duality of Daedra and Aedra. The Night Mother used to be a title in previous titles, but in Oblivion onward, she was like an evil messiah. Oh, F6 on the... Let's see. Oh, that is helpful. Thank you. Yeah, so the if my reputation does get too low, they will kick us out. But I think it starts at 5 and it goes down by 1 each time. The default with roleplay and realism is they immediately try to kill you. That's cool. There's an angle Justinius presented, which is that Sithis and the Night Mother are just Mephala in disguise, which would make sense. I was actually reading that to myself, and then I saw that you said which makes sense also, so that's cool. Since Dark Brotherhood comes from the Morag tongue, kill the name of Mephala / Vivek. So no Mother probably Oblivion is it's like the Pope, but the Night Mother in Oblivion is like a saint. That's kind of... Let's see, they have different color backgrounds in the map screen. All right, let me focus for a minute because we are... This tells us that we're going southeast higher, right? Which just means... Well, southeast higher. It does still point to the... I've got to go to this room. But this one says southeast again. Maybe this corridor, but this says northwest. Daggerfall map intensifies. Oh, okay. I recognize that passage. I have to get back to the other dungeon block if I want to check out that room. Where did we connect to that dungeon block? What if we just recall over there? That might be an easier way to navigate. Northeast and higher. Oh, am I going the wrong way? Ah, shoot. 1 day left. Yikes. I zigged whenever I should have zagged. Let's go back. This guy must be out of spell points or something. Go rest at one of the fires, bro. Okay. Climbing. We're actually going to have like the time might actually kill us here. Okay, go straight into this room is where I was looking. Okay. Invisibility. Why can't I interact with this door? It's locked. Okay. Let's go ahead and hit fire. Recall. Teleport. Rest, hope for the best. Stealth illusion thaumaturgy has not run out yet. Not sure if our target got hit at all. Huh. Climbing. Okay. Oh, hello. She's still alive. Okay. We go shield. Oh, this is a different person. Okay, let's kite. Oh, she's dead. Not my target then. Oh, it's so frustrating. Oh, oh, oh! I'm not the traitor you think I am. The real traitor is... And the contract has been fulfilled. You think I care about who the real traitor is? How foolish. Really got down to the wire. So is that like... Oh, do I need to return? I have 1 day to accomplish this. Ah, dude. Because I've been recalling so much, I don't think I'm going to be able to turn it in. Yeah, I don't... There's no way I can turn this in, right? I'm too far away. Do I have... Oh, did I already take that? I miss it? Yeah, it's in the loot pile. I've always liked this particular little shirt. Do I already have that one? No, I have the one with the shirt underneath. There we go. Switch to a skirt. There we go. I don't know, man. We're too far away. Hoof it on horseback. Let's, alright, you know what? Yeah, let's just go for it. We're gonna go ahead and recall, teleport. Oh, dude, I didn't have an anchor set. That's being complacent, Micah. Okay, let's do it like this. Huh. Huh. Whoa. Okay, I still have Gentle Fall active. That's good, because that was about to really hurt. Yeah, it makes it seem like they want me to return the quest. Let's go ahead and set an anchor, even though this is not exactly a safe location. Recall, anchor. And I have to update. Anchor. Where are we? This dungeon is called Conclave of Gerki, maybe? I think that's wrong, actually. Oh, goodness. Oh, I didn't mean to set up camp. I meant to use sugar lumps. Okay, so here's the deal. This says we have 1 day left. You know, I wanted to ask Lunar about the anticipations and how those really work, but I never got around to it because I'd read before that they were anticipations. Does that relate to them being like incarnate or something like that? Okay, see the travel time. Oh, hold on. Is this gonna count? Camp out, travel recklessly is 12 hours, but I'll run out of fatigue surely. Man, we're gonna run out of fatigue if we try to hoof it. And this is like, does it expire like at the end of today, or will my last day be tomorrow? You know what I mean? So on the note of running out of stamina, if we aim for a road... Man, this is so much ground to cover. I don't know, guys. We're gonna do our best, though. I don't want to spend any time. I want my stamina back, but I don't want to spend any time that I don't have to. Yeah, I'm just gonna run out of stamina, but maybe... I think this is a lost cause, honestly. We're gonna run it back, you know. If I fail it, then I fail it. Recklessly, travel by inns. Let's go. What's a horse levitate? Man, I can't read my spellbook at all. I'm so illiterate. Yeah, man, it's not listed there. I'm not... I don't know. I don't think it's going to work out. Yeah, Spartan, the food would have helped stamina, but I was all out of food. So I was thinking maybe of aiming toward the roads, and then I could go from like tavern to tavern. You stop right there. An armed figure stands in the darkness. Oh, you're no harm. I'm just watching out for any thugs. If you see one, play it safe. Sneaky cat girl flying over the gate in the with her horse is not suspicious. Yeah, no pressure, Lunar. I've been curious about what it means to be an anticipation. I guess so. The tribunal ascended to godhood through Kagranak's tools, right? Is that whenever like they sort of became mantles or anticipations of those gods, or was there some sort of divinity going on beforehand? I know gods is not the right term. That's what comes to mind whenever I think of immortal, ethereal creatures. Oh, come on, not the stupid bug. I might have to disable skullduggery if it keeps thinking that I'm stealing. Where's our questmaster? Dude, no. Dude. We failed the quest. That's frustrating, guys. Man. Yeah, no, we did not complete the quest, unfortunately. That is I've gone on the record several times as saying that I'm a really big fan of Daggerfall's quest time limit system. I stand by that. This was just really like I spent too much time resting or something like that. So it is what it is. Speaking of spending too much time resting, I don't think I can rest here. We're just probably going to go to a tavern and run it back. You know what I mean? All right. Oh man, what a bummer. We want to climb the ranks here. That's okay. Maybe this might be too ambitious, but maybe we could take a Mage's Guild quest and a Dark Brotherhood quest at the same time. Yeah, that's too ambitious, right? Because the Dark Brotherhood quest is almost surely going to send us to a dungeon. Kind of like the decoration in the Sentinel taverns like this. All right, let's get a banana millet muffin, millet muffin. All right, shake it off, guys. Shake it off. It's just one quest. That's all. We still got a lot of loot and stuff out of. Speaking of loot and stuff, let's go sell our loot and stuff. We do have a town center, right? I think this town has a town center. No, quality armor in a retail shop. So let's just go south. Okay, so we're saying that Vivek was probably always a god, but the other two were not because they died. Well, they died after the events of the main quest, right? Which I think, like, the magic of Kagranak's tools. Oh, so you're saying that Kagranak's tools are what elevated them to godhead, and then once that magic stopped, they, they became mortals. But that was not the case with Vivek. Justinus is in a weird boat. Doesn't think Vivek actually achieved Chin, but does think the tribunal is godly and the Daedra are more so than the Aedra. In this case, Spartan failing the quest docked our reputation by 2. So we started with 5 reputation and we went down to 3. I thought I had some armor to sell. I guess not, but you can take these arrows. Hey, by the way, do you have a good blunt weapon? Look at this ebony war axe. That's so cool, man. My inner melee character loves the ebony war axe. It is so cool. Ebony gauntlets, ebony pauldron. This guy is like an ebony king, man. Yeah, no weapons for us. Alright, thanks anyway. So if the retail store is a general store, then it's not that good for us. If it's a pawn shop, then it's... Alright, let's just check it out anyway. Is Seth another word for Selthasil? Man. Almalexia the Mortal died. I am the Tribune lives on in the Creation Club stuff is canon. If the Creation Club stuff is canon. Alright. We have a spell scroll that we could try to identify. This long shirt fortifies our willpower. We should remember that. Sell some books and jewelry. Get some coin out of it. So what's our actual cash in hand right here? 2,000. Not too bad. We don't actually have a lot of stuff to sell. Alright. Going back north. Yeah, the sugar lumps do have a durability, but they're still at new. So I guess the ones that are disappearing, I just use them too often and run out of sugar lumps. That makes sense. Yeah, the great loot in that armor shop, you say it's worth coming back after dark. The thing is, the loot table will have changed after night falls. It's pretty disappointing because I really like the idea of, you know, doing reconnaissance and finding which stores are worth robbing, but then you come back after nightfall and the loot has changed. So I wish that were something that we could change, but I don't know if there's a mod for that yet. Or if there will be. This flag is sideways, guys. Maybe it's supposed to be like that. Yeah, I struggle to keep up with all the cool names that we have for gods and goddesses like that. I feel a bit pedestrian in that sense. Man, this guy's profile picture, not profile picture, his portrait is so awesome. If I didn't already have Samson from Tearing Saga as my brand, it'd probably be this guy. He's so cool. Alright, training. Can you give me training in blunt? No, training in destruction's interesting, but that's going to be expensive. 3,000 gold. Yeah, I'd rather just blast people. Okay. Yeah, let's get our next quest. The Mages Guild has come to us for a bit of messy business that's too gross and nasty for them to deal with. A renegade maid needs accounting fast. Interested? Alright, this is interesting because, one, this is like the best of both worlds, right? Like, I'm interested in, like, being the messy business person for the Mages Guild, but am I going to hurt my Mages Guild reputation by doing this? I don't know. You need to go to the ruins. Okay, let's just do it. This mage, his name is Ferg, has absconded with a number of magic thingies, but the Mages Guild doesn't mind if you take whatever he has stolen. They just want him dead. We got 13 days to bring him in, to bring in the accounting. You'll find him cowering down in a nasty place called Ruins of Dellen Plantation. Ruins of... am I missing it somewhere? Dellen Plantation. Oop. Alright, Mephala, steady your arm, apprentice. Get back here with the world -1 rogue mage here in 13 days. You got it. Yeah, let's hope my reputation doesn't get hit too much by this. Let's see where we are relative to Dellin Plantation. Man, this is pretty far as well. So one argument for leaving the anchor in town is that we will get back much more quickly. You know, my anchor is currently set in that other dungeon, which is pretty close by there, but we can't take our horse into that dungeon. That's a bummer. Castle Shrewgear. Do I just leave my horse behind? I think so. That's pretty close. Yeah, let's recall, teleport. Recall, anchor. And now we're just going to be kind of horseless for a bit. Oh, a little flesh atronach action. Battle mage, sure. Hey, friendly fire. He hit his he hit his little battle atronach there. So I missed your... Okay, so you said that one Skyrim character you like is the Tribunal Temple Sedevacanist, for lack of a better description. It's fun playing a zealot for a basically dead religion. I hear you, yeah. Especially if it just keeps the magic of Elder Scrolls 3 alive for you while you're playing Skyrim, you know? Alright, I'm actually trying to go south and I have not checked the map. Okay. I should have bought some food before going here. We might end up doing overland travel, but you know, let's just go to this road first before we make any claims about overland, about fast travel, I mean. Hey, so what's y'all's take on Christmas music? Are y'all really into it? Does it help you feel the magic? Is it the sort of thing that you would like if it were not overplayed so much by the time you get to December 25th? I've been listening to some, like, sort of more oldies styled Christmas music, like Elvis Christmas music and things like that. I've been doing this thing where whenever I'm driving in my car alone, I'm either sitting in silence or I'm listening to a podcast. But if my kid's in the car, then it's, you know, you gotta do Christmas music, basically. Okay, so here's the Inner Light of Stendar. Well, it looks pretty. It's not gonna have any food for us, though. This is a really pretty town, though. My goodness. I can't wait till, like, in the future we play a character that worships one of the 9, or one of the 8, I should say. You say you like playing as Nord Barbarians, Dunmer Nightblades, Breton Barbarian Nightblades. That's a pretty cool combination, man. It's a bummer that we did not find a town where we could get some food to invigorate us. Oi. Let's see, you love the Christmas music. Jazz Christmas renditions are cool. I agree. You listen to Orthodox Christian music almost every day. Yeah, send me that video. Maybe Scouting Spartan, you dislike the Christmas music because you work in retail, huh? Maybe? Does that mean anything to you? Because you get blasted with it all the time. Like, that would wear me out for sure. Yeah, my stomach's rumbling. This is facing straight up west. We need to go... Yeah, we're on the wrong road. More southerly direction. Stendar Temple has a good perk for Ironman runs. Can you remind me what that is? Is it like... I don't remember that. Usually I try not to look at the perks of a temple, but whenever I'm deciding which one to follow, sometimes it's too juicy to, like, ignore, though. I know that Kinnereth, I think it's Kinnereth, has, like, extra, like, breathing underwater, which is kind of funny, but kind of useless at the same time. Okay, we healed up our stamina. Oh yeah, part of why I've been enjoying Christmas music this season is that I have successfully dodged Mariah Carey so far. I've dodged Mariah Carey and George Michael so far. Alright, maybe we'll be able to get some food from this tavern. Which way do we go from here? We're just going straight to the dungeon from here. I've had an obsession with Blue Christmas by Elvis like the past 2 days. It seems simple enough. I think I could play it on my guitar. So I should set aside some time to really try and to figure out how that would work, how that would sound. Because I think that would be a fun one to play for my family or something like that. All right, so what about Santa? I'm a big fan of Jonathan Pajot's discussion about how Santa exists, and because while Santa probably does not exist in a corporeal sense, because we keep telling the tale of Santa and we experience Santa in a way by all the iconography and like ritualization of like setting out cookies and milk for him. How he exists in that capacity. I'm not sure how to convey that to... Yeah, the kitchen's closed. Let's get some drinks. Yeah, some coffee for the road would be good. I'm not sure how to handle that with Hudson. With my child. Yeah, this is probably going to be too much coffee for the night, but that's okay. Because I don't want to be like, no, Santa's not real, magic bad, you know? I don't want to be like that. And I was on board with just telling Hudson, like, hey, everything we give you is like, you know, Santa is the source of all of these gifts. But my wife is of the opinion that, like, one day that's going to bite us in the butt because, like, some kids will be getting iPads from Santa and others will be getting, like, socks and things like that. I get what she means, so we're probably just going to be rolling with that. But she says, like, Santa's going to be buying the boring stuff. Like, man... Santa should be cool, though, you know? I don't know. Travel... Oh, okay, it's just a bat. This is some food for us, actually. Alright. Yeah, we should have taken some food with us to the dungeon, but it's so, like, hard to get to the dungeon in a timely manner at the same time. Oh, we should have bought a potion of seeking. Oh, didn't get any food from it anyway. Pretty close to the dungeon. Maybe we should make camp for the night. Thank goodness. I fell through the map, but that mod saved me again. I've been singing the George Michael Christmas song a lot, but I don't like it. It's just, even without hearing it, like this, it gets stuck in my head somehow. So the $10 temple perk is 2% chance to survive death except when drowning. That's pretty cool. That is very good for an Ironman run. That, in addition to that mod, Die Harder, would make it actually kind of hard to lose in some cases. Maybe not. It's only 2%. That's not that big of a deal. I empty my sack of rations. What a dingus I am. We'll just need to scavenge some rations off of these guys, I guess. Alright, let's get that true invisibility going. Let's get the white hot inferno going. Ah, boom. They know something's up. White fire, white fire. Oh, look, they all grouped together for me. Thank you. Ah, boom. True invisibility again. Let's get a regular combustion. That's cool. What's happening? Okay, cool. Never punished. We got 2 rations out of that. Cute little formal brassiere if we're interested. I don't think I'll be grabbing that. Alright, well, we already depleted our magicka before getting into the dungeon, so we're going to be low on that. Yeah, the real cost of resting is just the time taken away from your quest completion, of course. Oh, the weird radius of light is on me. That kind of sucks. He said, you think believing in Santa harmed your worldview? It was magical whenever I was a young child, but it shattered my trust. I'm still going to take the Jonathan Pajot route of telling them that, like, Santa does exist. It's just not in the way that you might have thought. Yeah, the whole thing about Santa seeing you while you're sleeping and knowing when you're awake, it is a little too, like, divinized for me, for my taste. Also, some of the songs about Santa are just kind of too sexual for me. Like, why is Santa Baby, like, that's such a weird song to me. Like, why is Santa your sugar daddy? It's a catchy song, but, like, why is Santa your sugar daddy? Riddle me that. Whoa. Spider in the house. Let's just bring this spider along for the ride for a while. Actually, I should go invisible here. Yeah, okay. I was about to get sandwiched. Ooh, spooky torches here. What is this? Oh, it's a barbarian. Hello, our barbarian. Let's go get the spiders and bring them to the barbarian. Hey, buddy. And now we go invisible. And they fight. Now we're looking for a mage, a rogue mage. So I don't think that the barbarian will cut it. This is a good guy to cook. Do I want to use spell points? Successful backstab. That's cool. Okay, let's just go ahead and hit him with fire slap, which is probably a sure thing here. Smelly raw meat. Moldy meat. Okay, let's put up our campsite. We'll set our anchor. Recall. Anchor. Cook. Maybe rest, just to go out. Yeah. And let's mark this as our rest site. Okay. Man, I'm conflicted. The boulder is conflicted. I want to eat the meat and have the stamina bonus, but I want to save it for later in case I need the stamina more, but it's going to go moldy if I don't eat it. You know what I mean? Apparently some families have their father figure dress as Santa and put the gifts out in the middle of the night. That's pretty cool. Accepting gifts from Fae is traditionally considered a very bad idea. That's a good point. However, if you can get the Fae to say the Our Father, then they're fine. I heard a story. Oh, this is more meat to cook, Moldy. I heard a story about it's sort of a folklore. I guess it's from a Synaxarion, like a life of a saint. That close. Oh, look at that. It closer resembles folklore is what I'm trying to get at here. Where somebody encounters a fairy and they try to test if it's like a good fairy, so to speak, by repeating the Postre, no, what is it? Nostre Pater, the Our Father. And they start reciting it, Our Father, and then the face is supposed to say Our Father. And then the person says, who art in heaven. And the face says, who wert in heaven, like who was in heaven. And it kind of makes it seem like they're talking about Lucifer. You know, it's kind of a cool interpretation. I might not have to do much. Yeah, Fergus light is snuffed out. The Brotherhood and Mages Guild to be pleased. All right, jolly good show. That's awesome. Thanks, guys. And for your trouble, oop. This sucks, man. What is going on? Why is this burning sensation all around me? This is a barbarian. He's gonna have a lot of hit points. All right, mom's medicines for the win. Let's get. Man, I need a white fire touch, white fire slap, but let's just hit white fire, I guess. I like that whenever you get close to them, they swing wildly, like they can hear you passing or something. I thought this might have been an iron, like an ebony staff for a second, but it's not. It's a bummer. I want a cool staff upgrade, you guys. I have just a steel staff. I want a cool staff upgrade. Is this werewolf's blood? That's cool. That's an ingredient that we would need one day if we were to make those spells. Those potions, I mean, for store power. Let's see. Where are we? We're at the point where we have enough time on this quest that we can just kind of hang out. True invisibility. True invisibility, yeah. See if we can find some worthwhile loot to run off with. What is this? Oh, barbarian stuck. This other barbarian is still kicking it somewhere. Hello. Shoot, which way did I come from? I don't recognize this NPC. Oh, is this the barbarian? I think so. Because that's our quest target. I don't think there is a double-sided mace staff yet. Recall, teleport, recall, anchor, rest. Okay, this is when it gets sketchy. Whoa, a minotaur. Oh. Whoa. Okay, Micah. You're being chased by a minotaur. You have nowhere to recall to. He has your campsite. That looks pretty scary. We're going to true invisibility. Whoop. We have very few magic points, so we're going to use the Frosty Plain Robes of Ice Star. Scary. Oh. He does swing his cleaver down. Oh, our invisibility is almost out. We need to kite some people toward this minotaur, or kite this minotaur towards some people. We are in a situation here. Let's just rest to get our, yeah. Enemies are nearby. I don't remember if I said an anchor before, so let's set an anchor here. Yeah, basic shields. Okay, this is going to be a good person to offer to our minotaur friend. Okay, shield 2 is in order here. Are you on the every copy of of Elder Scrolls is personalized? Oh, I mean, the mods make that literally true, but that reminded me of the, you know, the alive internet theory about every copy of Mario 64 being personalized. I love that. Okay. Okay. Here he is. Come on. Come on. Come on. So here's what we do. We wait for the Minotaur to start attacking this guy, and then we recall, and we teleport to the other side, and we run back to our campsite. You see what I mean? This is like what I've been missing out on. I've been so scared of not having an anchor in town, and it is scary, but it's so cool. You know? It is so cool. Let's throw on a true invisibility and poke around some. How are things looking? Are they still fighting? The Minotaur won, of course. Should have called him a Winotaur. Hey. Y'all, do we keep exploring this dungeon, or do we dip and just go do some quests? You know what I mean? Like, we're not raising our reputation by being here, but what's the hurry at the same time? I love a dungeon. Alright, let's hit him with the white fire and see if he'll chase us. Did he resist? There we go. Okay, this is interesting. We're gonna just watch this fight go down, I guess. Oh no, this barbarian. It does stand bit of a chance, I guess. Yeah. Look at this house of a Minotaur, dude. He's running at me even though I'm invisible. Kind of scary. Let's go ahead and cast the invisibility again. Did he drop? Oh, he dropped. My spell got him. Potion of free action for my trouble. How long do you have on that quest now? I think we have like... That's a good question. 11 days, so that's plenty of time for just like... traveling over the map. The Minotaur could smell close by. That's a good way of feeling it there, Pinwriter. You think you had your playing Skyrim for the first time again with it whenever you're going to some village and you saw a massive forest and hills that kept going and was like, wow, okay. Daggerfall is weird in my experience. Just the first few runs can be kind of agonizing, but whenever it clicks, it's so addictive. Absolutely, Justness. All right, yeah, all right, okay, cool. Got all caught up. So don't tell the people that only watch the pre-recorded stuff I upload, but I'm heavily considering doing some the Ironman Morrowind playthrough idea. I'm trying to find the right mod setup, and so I have a pretty good setup going on right now, but what I'm on the fence about basically is whether or not to use Sunfall, like the open Morrowind version of Ashfall, because it is pretty appealing after hearing Lunar talk about playing Ashfall and it being kind of a standard. But I don't know how it works, and I don't want to learn. I don't want to have to learn in it, and like I don't like it in the middle of the playthrough or something like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm sort of on the fence about it, but the rest of my mod setup feels pretty good. A couple of mods that I've liked so far are Pursuit, which allows enemies to chase you out of the dungeon or out of cells in general. What else? I like oh yeah, Protective Guards, which will help you fight off enemies that come into town, basically. Let's teleport. Let's just go ahead and set the anchor. We're just gonna leave now. I don't remember the other ones that I've installed, but yeah, I'm really contemplating doing an uploaded series, because like I feel for the people that really liked my recorded content, because I have a lot of fun while streaming, and it's slightly less fun to do recorded content, but the output is demonstrably very, very different. And I've been going back and rewatching some of my Bogard stuff because I've been like trying to get clips for YouTube shorts and stuff like that, and it makes me feel very nostalgic, basically. And so I do kind of yearn to create stuff like that again. Yeah, what would a Daggerfall creepypasta look like? Because whenever I think of a creepypasta, I think of like Ben Drowned, where you have a physical cartridge that's being passed around. So maybe you have like an old CD drive, but then again, maybe that's overdone by now because of that whole shtick. All right, and we're just going to go ahead and do overland travel. Yeah, let's hit it. If the notice you received was correct, your taxes to Mournoth were due today. Am I able to pay them, or am I going to be a... Let's see. I'm a scoundrel, guys. I did take out a loan. I did not pay it back. I could have had one good robbing spree. I guess it would have made me a scoundrel anyway. I should have been paying more attention to that. Damn it. I wanted Mournoth to be a place where we were, like, of good repute, sort of. It is what it is. We're, like, scoundrels from the Dark Brotherhood, so, like, it's just fitting, you know? Am I too late to pay it back? They had to patch out the original, the Daedra out of the original copy. That's pretty cool. Alright, so we did not pay our taxes, but we got back to the Dark Brotherhood with time to spare, which is important to me because, like, while we don't care about our region reputation that much, we should care about our faction reputation. Like, we want to be known about being good at the job, you know? You put that spark caster out of the... you put the spark out of that spark caster, eh, Sombra? Mephala is pleased with you. You are her children. Alright. Okay. So, I did not get an actual bonus to the Mage's Guild reputation. I thought that would have been cool. I thought that was kind of what was happening based on what we saw there, but still. We successfully did the Dark Brotherhood quest. We're going to do at least one more Dark Brotherhood quest. We got, like, 45 minutes left. Let's hit it. Hold on, Micah. We wanted to do some shopping. Did y'all remember what shopping I needed to do? We wanted to get Potion of Seeking, if nothing else. Bank of Mournoth, Odd Gem Cutter, Vintage Jewels. Maybe we should go to Mournoth instead of this place. Recall. Anchor. Whoop. Oh, you know, I should have set an anchor outside of the dungeon. That way I could teleport with my horse if needed, but that's okay. You should be hated in every region but loved by your factions. That's a good way of looking at it, my man. Anchor and save. Good call. Let's do an anchor here that we're in the capital as well. I don't care for a pickpocketing test. Anchor. Mournoth. Mournoth. Alright, so we want to find an alchemist to get a Potion of Seeking. Is there a Dark Brotherhood? What a bunch of squares. There's no Dark Brotherhood in this town. Maybe we do a Mage's Guild quest, because we took the trouble of coming here, so we may as well. Yeah, Potions of Seeking will really help us with the time limit thing. I swear, I have like 1,000 videos in the pipeline, like in my head, that I just don't make, because sometimes I have time to record and sometimes I don't. But I would love to have a short video, which is not something I'm used to producing, but a short video explaining how you can play without smaller dungeons on, but then use mods like, you know, Potions of Seeking from Penwick Papers and Language Skills Overhaul and Pacifism to, like, still find the quest target in a timely manner. A silver staff, 3 to 8 damage. I have a steel staff, 3 to 8 damage. Thanks. Yeah, no meaningful staff upgrade, unfortunately. Not at this one. We're good on rations now. Good on bandages. I forgot about the bandages. Oh, bummer. I really would like a really good staff, but I imagine it's something that we're going to find in the wild. Like, we don't really want to spend money on a melee weapon. What is our blunt weapon at? Is it a major skill? 36. Pretty pathetic compared to our 80 destruction. Destruction is just miles ahead of every other skill, though. Okay, we wanted to look for... The guards are not attacking us on sight, which is good. As long as our reputation does not dip down into criminal conspiracy, the guards won't attack us on sight. Hey, lady, do you have any alchemists in town? We have 4 of them. And she's helpful. That's good. Something I like and I sort of dislike about magic in the Elder Scrolls, or particularly like in Morrowind and Daggerfall, is it's strong enough such that it replaces every archetype. You know, like even if you wanted to be a language skills character, you're still going to be outdone by a mage who has like, you know, comprehend languages as a, like a really good comprehend languages spell. You've seen already how good we are at cracking lock. Oh no, we're under arrest for criminal conspiracy. Oh man. Yes, I will bribe the guard. Do you surrender the city guards? Well, we don't have a quest active, so let's do it. You, Sombra, are accused of the crime of criminal conspiracy for not paying back my loan. Are you kidding me? If you plead not guilty and are found guilty, you will face 440 gold pieces as fines and 12 days in prison. A guilty plea will invoke... That's not a bad sentence at all. We're not guilty. How will you attempt to convince the court of your innocence? Well, we're going to debate. You've been found guilty. Come on. Sir, Your Honor, I did not know that I needed to pay the loan back at that time. I know you. You're making a mistake. Speaking of video making, Micah, how do you not meander and still sound like you're just talking in the video? My screen stuff thus far has been pure brain juice, and I feel like I need to be... So I don't do anything scripted, Lunar, but I do have like bullet points, and depending on my mood, I will either play the game as I talk about the topic, or like more recently, the more like slight editing I do, basically, where I'm like imposing images over the gameplay and stuff like that. That's actually pre-recorded gameplay. Like the most recent one about the Morrowind, or about the birth signs in general, and about advantages and disadvantages, that was just Morrowind footage that I've just been sitting on, you know? And so if you have some footage that you've just been sitting on, and you have some bullet points to guide you a little bit, then you can do a combination of like a structured discussion without the like YouTube video essayness of a script, and have time for meandering. You see someone posted a warning outside Mournoth. Message from Glirson, the lady. Some idiot citizen allowed harpy eggs to lay and hatch in their abandoned house. Okay, I got it. I did have a fine of 440. You'd think they would make me pay back the amount in full. But I guess they're assuming that I wasn't able to do that or something. I don't know. Yeah, so we just have to be careful because, like... Hi there, an archer waves to you. Okay. Let's hop. And then gentle fall. Coast. Yeah, good luck, Lunar. It's kind of nerve-wracking making content. Everybody else that is successful makes it look so easy, and then whenever I go to do it, it's just really frustrating and difficult. What's up, David? Yeah, David, so I failed to pay my loan back in time, and so now we are charged for criminal conspiracy. Gotta love it. Might have to go to a different area, but we only have so many provinces in the game, you know? I can't just do that indefinitely. I mean, I could do it for a long time. We were likely to die before we, like, actually run out of options. I'm starving. Hold on. Hey, wait, are you a follower of Stendar? Nah. I guess my rations expired or something. I only have one thing of rations left. I thought it was supposed to keep me from starving. Ah, come on. You're under arrest for criminal conspiracy. Do you bribe? No. Do you surrender? No. We recall. Teleport. You know, I think if you approach content creation as like something you do for yourself, like you're saying it's a form of self-improvement, or, you know, my first videos were just to put my opinion out there. I didn't consider how many views I'd get and stuff like that. It's a lot more approachable than, you know, whenever you want to get like a certain amount of views or ad revenue from it. You know, it's a different relationship. It's a good thing whenever your channel takes off like that, but it also becomes a burden in a way. But of course, you want to see your videos doing numbers and having discussions, and so it's, yeah, kind of a weird balance to strike there. Yeah, so exactly. You just served your sentence and they're going to get you again. Yeah, whenever you are a scoundrel, I'm a criminal now instead of scoundrel. Is that worse or better? But whenever you're charged for criminal conspiracy, they basically want you out. Yeah, the mountainous regions can be very rough with climates and calories. The thing is, I cannot play this game without climates and calories because climates and calories is the only way that I can have a campsite. And like, I really just, my love for climates and calories starts with the campfire. Okay, we do need to get more rations and things like that before we go on our next quest. Hold on. Okay, they're promoting me to Evoker again, which is where we were before we got demoted after some slander caused our reputation to tank. Hey man, give me a quest. Okay. You've earned the Archmage's trust, and therefore are privy to some rather sensitive matters. By regiment of the law, the Mages Guild bears the duty of seeking out and purging any influence of the necromancers in the Iliac Bay, especially among our own members. Nevertheless, the task is not always so simple. We require some subtle and clever practitioners of the arts of speech to ferret out the truth as necessary. Are you so skilled? That's not for me. I don't think so. I'm sorry. I would love like a local quest, but I don't think I can do that one. Are you safe from the town guards inside of a guild if you're a member? That's a good point. I honestly don't know. We're going to find out. I plan on setting my anchor here. The Mages Guild is in need of someone to guard the magical open tunic tonight. Is it feasible that you could do that for us? There's a malachite in it for you. All right. I think so. Your period of guardianship will last until 3 in the morning. I don't have a ton of magicka left. When do I need to be here? I agreed to guard the magic opened. I have to be there between midnight and 3. Sweet. All right. So we go over here and we rest a little bit. Did I set my anchor? Recall. Anchor. Yeah, the survival mode in Skyrim was fantastic. Really enjoyed that. The harsh winter slowing you down and draining your stamina is pretty cool. Room, yep. Let's see. Do we have anything that would restore our magicka? Chai? No. Fruit juice? No. Wheat beer? A little bit. Ah, oh, come on. Give me a break. Okay. 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 Whoop. Teleport. We're going to have a hard time defending the Mages Guild if we're not able to restore some of our magicka. We only have 2 hours left of resting in the night. Ah, jeez. I mean, we got to try something. Potion of restore power. Okay, we have potions of restore power. Let's just do our best, you know? I think we're being invigorated by some food that we ate, right? Oh, that's not going to bring back our magicka, you dingus. But yeah, hopefully the enemies just aren't too tough, and if we bail, we bail. We rest for 5 hours, 6 hours. There are enemies nearby. Okay. They should be okay. We're gonna hit shield. We're gonna get our blunt weapon out. Okay, let's do white combustion. Looky here, boys, a guard. Gee, I'm all scared shaken. Let's leave the tongue on the door as a warning not to mess with the Thieves Guild. Get him. Save versus spell made. Save versus spell made. We just gotta buy some time over here. They keep passing their saving throws. Okay. M43, M34s, M43s. I'm still doing it the complicated way. What's up, and what is up, Dr. Arden? Do you know where to get Daggerfall merch? I've never considered it, really. Well, it would be pretty cool. Okay, hold on. They're both alive and well. We need to hit him with another combust. Whoa. White combustion. I hope the Mages Guild people are okay. At least they don't do a lot of damage. But yeah, they're passing their saving throws. Ooh, nerve-wracking stuff here. What time is it? Oh, it's only 37 minutes into my shift. Dude. Oh, hold up. We do have restore power. That was a pretty good one. Oh, these are really good potions right now. Maybe that's a variable amount that it restores. Okay, let's put on shield and get back out there. Combustion. Okay, we dropped 2 of them that time. That's pretty good. All right, okay. We got the first wave down. And apples, great. Let's go ahead and use a potion of healing. I forgot we had that. We have bandages too that I need to remember. You see, I'm just kind of being careless. Complacent, you could say. Okay. We want to loiter for 3 hours. Okay, I think we did it. Well done, Sombra. Those thieves didn't stand a chance against you. Here, take this malachite. It's really the least we can do. Sweet. Yeah, they did not successfully put my tongue on the door, which is pretty cool. Oh, man. So, what do y'all think? Do we skip town? I don't know, man. I don't want to skip town. Affiliations, Mages Guild. If we do one more Mages Guild quest, then we get promoted. Actually, we've had a bit of excitement in this dull old place lately. In a rather routine Atronaki class, one of the subjects managed to, well, the details are not important. What is that there's an Atronach on the loose in Mournoth that can be easily checked back to this guild due to our misadministration. You're the type that could end this affair with minimum embarrassment, right? You will just need to travel to Disper Hollow, which is 2 days to the southwest. All right, man. You will stand or preserve us. What a relief. The miserable creature has apparently taken up residence in a nasty little hole they call Disper Hollow. For our reputation's sake, it is essential that it be done quickly and quietly, so if you're not able to dispatch the Atronach in 5 days, don't bother coming back for your reward. My goodness. I didn't think this was going to... Whenever I read Disper Hollow, for some reason, I thought that would be like a little hovel. But it says Hollow, not Hamlet. Disper Hollow. We have quite a few dungeons on our map here. Disper Hollow. Yeah, we'll see, David, about the... Is there like a place nearby where you can hang out to heal? I think it's going to be likely that I just don't live in city limits, you know what I mean? The good thing, though, about being wanted is now we can rob with relative impunity. Like right now, I'm going to go up into a general store and take some food and rations. And if they have some valuable stuff there, that'd be cool too. Yeah, I'm pretty torn between wanting to save up for a boat so that we can try out the Come Sail Away mod, and wanting to save up for the Daedra summoning. Of course, my character pretty much has to prioritize the Daedra summoning. Okay. Orange, fish, rations. Do we want a second campsite? We might if we're going to be living off the land. We can't carry any more stuff. That sucks. We're going to be getting almost no loot. Although, that said, we can start ditching some of our clothing items. I like our beach girl outfit. I'm not likely to change into this more modest stuff anytime soon. We don't need the oil. Man, it sucks, though, like, having such little space in our inventory. Playing a low-strength character, what are you going to do? Alright, let's go back to this. What were we trying to get? The other campsite is 5 kilograms. Okay, we got some food, we got some rations. That's what we wanted. Now we get out of here. Okay, we want basic shield up. Where's shield? Where's shield? Alteration. It's up at the top. Yeah, I think I did drop the Khajiit suit. I'm sorry. How to know the warmth values of clothing in the game, or at least have a rough idea. The stuff that provides a lot of warmth are the fur armor from Roleplay Realism and the formal cloaks. Everything else is like a kind of moderate amount. And remember to use... you can use resist fire and resist cold to circumvent the elements as well, which is a pretty nice detail. Yeah, the 52 carry is really terrible. Back in the day, we had ideas of getting a cart to circumvent that. I think it's still on my to-do list, but I don't know if I'll actually go through with it. Let's see. Where's the place we're going to? Something called Disper Hollow. That's pretty close by. We're low on magicka, but not on stamina. But if we get caught with our pants down, we would just ditch one of our campfires. We do have a potion of teleport for backup. I think we'll just travel through the night. Yeah, I was considering, well, not considering becoming a werecat girl, but if we got hit with lycanthropy, it would be kind of fitting for us, but I would almost think that we'd be too powerful if we were both, like, really good at magic and... Hold on, what happened here? Okay. If we were really good at magic and really strong like that? Okay, let's hope that we can rest in peace here. Not to say that we want to die, but rest peacefully. Yeah, the carry limit being relevant is pretty cool. Not only does it account for how we don't wear heavy armor, and like we're basically prevented from wearing heavy armor not by necessarily our class, although that is an option you can choose, but we're prevented from wearing heavy armor on this cat girl because it would just be such a pain in the ass to keep up with that, you know? We would be able to carry nothing except for the armor. So today was the one day I work one day in the office, 4 days at home. Right. Today was my day in the office, and usually the radio stations there is pretty mediocre. Ah, come on. But today they were playing like some divorced dad music and like 90s alternative. I actually kind of liked it. But the lady next to me went and kind of complained, and they put on Christmas music. And again, I like Christmas music, but they put on like what stuck out to me was "Carry the Zero" by Built to Spill, and I'm like, what? The work radio station isn't supposed to play bops like this. What's going on here? It's pretty cool. I don't know what made that story come to mind there. But I really like Built to Spill. I like whatever. I don't remember the name of the album, but it has Twin Falls and Car. And, oh, I thought of it because of their song Big Dipper. We're going to Disper Hollow. That made me think of Dipper. That made me think of Big Dipper. That made me think of the song by Built to Spill, and that made me think about work. Hey, thanks for tuning in, Spartan. It's been great hanging out with you. I appreciate you tuning in, and have a good night. Longing for Dipper? Are you kidding me? We need like a little soundboard emoji for the first longing joke of the night. That was that's cool. All right. We usually have an enemy on our tail as soon as we get to a location. Okay, that's not bad. That's food for us, actually. Candle. Let's just do some overkill and cast our... I guess regular combust will be enough for these rats. Even though it won't hit our horse, let's just be reasonable and get away from our horse. Are you kidding me? The rats are passing their saving throws now? I'm insulted. Yeah, I really like that album by Built to Spill. I got into Built to Spill the same time I got into Guided by Voices. Speaking of which, was anybody out here a Spotify enjoyer? Apparently the Spotify Wrapped, their data analytics for the year was released today. Once again, Guided by Voices was in my top 5, or specifically the album B1000 was in my top 5. I think B1000 was my second highest album this year, whereas their album Alien Lanes was like number 4. My top song of the year was The Circle of Life from the Lion King soundtrack, because there was a period where Hudson was requesting that all the time. Excuse me. Oh, there's an enemy nearby. And then there's another Tiger rematch. Every song on my list after that was like Tejano or Cumbia. It's like Presión del Amor by Los Tigres del Norte. And then there was Amor Prohibido by Selena. Okay, let's keep our distance here. White Fire is good here. Okay, let's just run away and let him get hit by that for a while. Yeah, but so my top artist of the year, I don't even know her name. It's like Natalia Pereznaya or something. I think she's like Slavic. But I listened to a couple of liturgical albums on Spotify, right? It's called Sacred Georgian Hymns. It's like liturgical music for Orthodoxy that is in the Georgian language. And then there's another one that's like the Divine Liturgy sung in French. And she's on both of those albums. And I listen to them both like all the time whenever I'm working and stuff. So apparently she's my top artist of the year. It's pretty cool. Dirty Little Animals by Bones UK was your top 1 for 2 years in a row. That's cool. Yeah, well, I'm glad your wife is enjoying it. I mentioned it a while ago. I don't listen to music as much these days. Whenever I do, it's like liturgical music often. Or it's like Tejanos and Cumbia so I can practice my Spanish skills. All right. We made it to the dungeon. We actually spent a lot of time getting here. Okay, it's just one day, but still, we have to be pretty precise about which fights we want to take. I actually really dislike this song. I'm gonna turn it down some. Okay, we put up true invisibility or weak shadow. Let's do invisibility. Just rats, nothing to be afraid of, really. Okay, yeah, let's just go ahead and kill the rat. Yeah, go find that album on Spotify if you have it, or if you're able to, Justin. As the Georgian language is beautiful, and that album is just awesome. Sacred Georgian Chants, or something like that. Sacred Georgian Hymns, maybe? I think it says hymns. Alright, let's get our combust on. Yep. Just spamming spells on low-level enemies. Okay, I can't carry anymore right now. Okay, this is a good spot for our equipment. It's a good spot for a recall anchor. This is a good spot for... Maybe I just leave some stuff at the entrance, or maybe I'm not even that concerned about picking up loot. We were not able to find a potion of seeking, or maybe I forgot to look. I think I forgot to look. Dang it, Micah. So we'll probably fail this quest. Then again, we're just fighting rats and stuff. It's not going to be that dangerous of a dungeon, it seems like. How about we just turn on candle and... I don't know. I don't want to underestimate too hard here. Okay, candle. Basic shield. And now we white combustion. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the... Ah! Y'all remember 2002? Yeah, I can walk away from this. Why am I just watching the rats die? I can't even carry the weight. Oh. This would be a good time to turn invisible, actually. Who y'all got? Okay, yeah, the spiders are going to kick their asses, actually. So we're just looking for an atronach. I got to make sure to put some chalk down once in a while. Oh, wow. I put the wrong chalk down. If I'm trying to indicate where the entrance is. Okay. That's a pretty small loop, which means I missed... Like, I zigged whenever I could have zagged, I guess. Yeah, this is where I went before. Oh! Okay, I thought it was going to be a spider. Totally flexing on this rat by not even using my shield spell to fight it, but man, we're so weak. Yeah, let's just zap him. I'm tired of it. Hours lost of my life by like swinging the right mouse button whenever I could just be playing the game. Or advancing my progression of the quest, I should say. Okay, let's go ahead and mark this again. Alright, let's use... There's a spider over there, so this would be a good time for invisibility, I guess. Or we could just go the other way. Okay, chalk again. What kind of atronach are we looking for, I wonder? Oh, look, we got a little campsite. That's cool. Okay, let's use white fire. Yeah. Very appreciative for Cosmi's tip about damage over time, hitting their resistance multiple times. Very helpful. It synergizes with our playstyle very well, with our character's gameplay loop, I mean. To just hit them and run off for a while. East? I thought you said west. One time you thought the dungeon was chill, and the next room was an ancient lich. Yeah, no thank you quest. Yo, 2 level ups tonight. We're getting close to max. We really could max out our intelligence right now. But we're not going to do that. No, sir. You thought I was going to max out my intel. Oh, come on. You know we got to just, like, wait. Get it one at a time. Otherwise, we're not going to feel like we're gaining any magic points whenever we level up. Camp. Man, oh man, I wish I'd grabbed that potion of seeking, assuming an alchemist even had one, you know. So, okay, this is just a spider. Spiders can't open doors, by the way, so you can always just close the door on them. He got out. I'm in danger. Have y'all ever tried playing with the acute hearing advantage on your character? It lets you hear enemies and things like that from further away. It seems like a cool idea, but it's actually so obnoxious to hear every little squeak from like the last 2-mile radius, you know? Oh, this is interesting. Spell points gained from enchanting is better from... I guess I have not seen that yet, so... Yeah, it's like I was saying earlier, whenever somebody asks, you've seen so much of the game, I actually just haven't. Because I don't think I've enchanted a single item in my time with Daggerfall after, like, you know, basically at least a decade of Daggerfall gameplay. Fire slap this guy down. Come on, dude. That's why I don't really like touch-based spells. I'm never quite sure that what I'm doing is connecting. I've kind of gotten lost in the sauce here, but let's keep using the chalk. Granted, we do have recall set up that would take us back to the start of the dungeon. It's a magically held lock. I have a magically cast spell. Ah, boom! Lock is too powerful. Damn you. Okay. Spells to buy. What about super unlock spell? Yeah, super unlock spell. Why is this door open? Okay. Circled back. I'm gonna be getting really complacent in this dungeon, y'all. Like, I'm aware of that, but I also don't really seek to change it that much. This lock has nothing to fear. Man, do I fight the bats? I guess so. Let's get white combustion. Oh, that was satisfying. There's actually a lot of content in Skyrim that I have not touched. I haven't done any of the vampire DLC. It does not appeal to me whatsoever. I think vampires are cool in Morrowind. They're cool in Oblivion. They might be cool in Daggerfall. It's another aspect of the game that I haven't really touched. But I do not think that the vampires are cool in Skyrim. So I've never touched it. I mean, crossbows are cool. You got that going for it. So you might say, well, just play that and then play the part of the quest where you're like killing the vampires. But part of thinking an enemy is uncool is like it doesn't seem like a very fun thing to fight either, you know, like not a very noble, I don't know if noble is the right word, but not a rival that I care to compete with. Anyway, what's in here? It's a spider that we let loose. I mentioned the acute hearing thing earlier because not only is it a very annoying... Oh my gosh, hold on. You know, let's just go ahead and play it safe and teleport and anchor. Okay. We had like 4 spiders on our tail there. Anyway, I brought up the acute hearing thing because in theory we should be able to just listen for the Atronach. It seems like the only enemies we found so far are like animal types. And if we keep our ears peeled for some sort of like sort of grunting, then we should find our way to the Atronach. Quest target. Let's knock this bad boy. I missed. Everything is bad. It does not unlock. Everything is bad. Okay, let's just white fire. Let's zap. Or, you know, I could just let the white fire burn, but I want to heal at the campsite. Let's see how much HP he has by the time we're back at the campsite. It's kind of cool that they light up as they travel. I like that, especially since we're calling it white fire. Alright, yeah, I got him. Let's see. You thought it was pretty fun to stay with the Dawn Guard, just as it was kind of fun to eliminate the Dark Brotherhood. There was a decent bit of holy kit and magic that came with the faction. Alright, David, you're persuading me here. I do love holy characters. Okay, let's do white fire. And then just leave this guy to be. I think the white fire should take him down. This is not an intersection, so I don't need the chalk here. This is an intersection, so I should use the chalk here. No Atronach in sight, unfortunately. This is... It's a lot of spiders, so let's do white combustion. Whoop. I wonder if I hit any of them. I don't think I did. I got like one of them maybe. Okay, I took one of them down. I'm telling you, this playstyle is so satisfying. We hit them with the damage over time spell, then use invisibility or recall to get out of there. Oh, hello. Okay, hold on, Micah. Hold on. Let's do first things first. Shield 2. We do combustion. We do recall. Teleport, anchor. We're paralyzed, but that's okay because we can rest. Yeah, we're seeing these low-level enemies because the Mudex, meaner, unscaled, Daggerfall enemy expansion. So like we can encounter Fire Daedra and Liches at level 1, and we can encounter Bats and Rats at level 12. Whether that's a good or a bad thing, you know, it's up to your discretion there, or preference. I like it, of course, but it does make this sort of thing a little less exciting than fighting tough enemies, but that's fine by me. Oh, that's right, I can't equip silver. Found a silver staff. But I like that we have the opportunity to do some pub stomping, you know what I mean? Okay. We circled around. That's a dead end. Where, oh, where could the Atronach be? He's hiding away from me. Ready to open. Okay, I don't think it worked. I'm not going to waste any more spell points on that. Y'all want to go down this chasm? I think we've probably been down there already. We have not. Let's go down this chasm, y'all. It feels like it's not working. Oh, there's the Atronach. Let's do white fire combustion. Let's do shield. And actually, let's just start running. Because we will likely need to bring this Atronach to some other enemies to have a chance against him. Okay. Oh! Hup. Hup. Not that these rats are really going to help me that much. But yeah, let's get white fire on him. Oh, that was close. He's going to hit me like a truck if he hits me. I get the feeling anyway. Which way back home? We'd want to go upward if we can, but we're not going upward. Look at this Giga Chad coming down the hallway to smack me. Alright, come on, get out of here. Alright, horrible hordes, do your worst. I'm gonna have the rats do our dirty work here. Our spell is still doing damage to him. Okay. That was kind of scary. I got stuck on some... I started reading chat. I got stuck on some stuff. Fire. White fire. I'm worried that if I am unable to kill him right now, I won't be able to, like, find my way back. Okay, let's do like this. Let's go over here and mark Atronach. And then let's recall. And then we'll just have to navigate back there. I would rather die than go back to the Mage's Guild Laboratory. The life fades from the Atronach's eyes. Oh, our damage over time got him. Sweet. We should stop resting, because we're on a time limit. In fact, okay, 3 days left. I think that's enough time. Okay, quick save. And that was from Mournoth, right? Yeah, I think it was from Mournoth. Mournoth has, yeah, okay. We're actually going to intentionally go there recklessly with the hope of going there at night. More appropriate for our edgy vigilante character, you know what I mean? And we're actually going to not take our horse in because it's so much fun to do the magical parkour. And we need to get... wait, we have to get all the way over there. You know what? I love magical parkour, but we're going to go ahead and... We want to be on the west side of town. Turn one corner. Turn the next corner. Okay. That was kind of cool. How we killed the Atronach while we were away from it. I guess that's been happening all night, but there's the quest target this time. Hup. Gentle fall. Whee! This is a really fun part of the of this character. It's the alteration spells that get you from place to place. Unlocked? No. And it's not going to be unlocked for like several hours. Man. I think it'd be safe for us to go rest in the wilderness, unfortunately. Yeah, I really should chat more responsibly. It's just tempting, you know. I'm a very social person, so it's hard to not want to keep an eye over there and keep chatting. Gentle fall. Imagine if I just died due to fall damage right there. I've done that before. When did I do that? I think it was whenever we were trying to get footage for a video that has not been released yet. I did like a big jump down a very big open area in a dungeon, and I was going to hit slow fall on my way down and just, you know, accelerate really fast in the air and then coast on the slow fall. Really, really dumb move though. Recall, set the anchor. I just bit the dust right there. I think I just reloaded because I wanted to record the video, you know, but It's kind of the hubris of it all. We actually want to rest for like 7 more hours. Let's do 6 more hours, right? I think that'll do it. Mage's Guild opens up at 11. Yeah, it's 2 p.m. Okay, we need to go back east, right? Oh, no, there it is. Where's the road? Yeah, the video not being released. That's actually like... So there's a combination of things in the pipeline. Some videos in the pipeline are just in my brain, and those are barely even, you know, there. Others are things that I just need to sort of edit and assemble. And I have a few things like that. I think I have basically 3 videos that I'm sitting on right now. I just need to like edit and assemble. But how much time I have week to week varies, and so I don't always get to edit as much as I want. Nope. Her young child can figure it out. The hunter returns. You have saved us some considerable discomfiture with your precipitate amelioration of our Atronach crisis. The first-rate job all around. Accept your gold and my gratitude. Sure. We still did not get a potion of seeking. That's okay. Oh, you said you got rescued from that fall. Was it from the Die Harder mod? Is that what you're doing? Anyway, it's past my bedtime. Let's look at our affiliations though. Look, Dark Brotherhood is up at 8, which is up from 5 that we started with. Man, that quest where we ran out of time was a real nail biter. And while it was disappointing, the tension itself was really cool. We're at 30 reputation. I think we got a promotion too recently for us to get another promotion here. Yeah, so we're not getting a rank up yet, but we have one queued basically. Yeah, we did a lot of really good timely escape Morrowind mod. Okay, that's good to keep in mind in case I can find something like that. My dog is whimpering. I'm having a hard time with my sign off here because I'm very distracted. I had a great time tonight. We did a lot of questing. Again, some close calls, but testing out this new gameplay loop where we're using the anchor in the dungeon has been so satisfying. Yeah, this is exactly how I wanted the character to play out. Using the damage over time spells to nuke them while I walk away is even more, like, hilarious. So yeah, I had a great time with it. I'm not sure if I'll be able to stream again later this week. If I do, it'll be Friday night again. So keep an eye on the community tab on my page for any announcements about that. Thank you for everyone who is watching. Let me turn this sound back up. Yeah, thanks again. Everyone have a good night, and I'll see you in the next one.